morning, everybody. Hello. Hey, it's Becky from Power Tools with Thread. Miss Frito is here with me first thing. So she's ready for her biscuits. And I have to get all this out of the way so I can move the camera over and you guys can see her. Because I know you're not here to see me. You're here to see the dog. Everybody knows that. Great to see everybody in the chat. Good morning. Good morning. Let me point this down. She's amongst all the wires. There we go. Well, hi, babies. That's Mama's girl. Yeah, that's my girl. You ready for your day biscuit? She was so good all weekend. Yes. Got a neighbor with lots of dogs across the street, and we don't put her on a leash, and she just stays right in our driveway. She knows that's ours, and they stay over there, and we don't have any issues. And that's a good thing, huh, Frito? Do you want a stick? You want to go brush your teeth? Good girl. See you later. Okay. And Keith found a dead raccoon out in the back this weekend, and I'm just glad that, pardon me, she didn't want to roll in it. You know, dogs. Nothing like having to give the dog a bath. Impromptu. You guys have a great weekend? I did. Hey, hi. And if you're new here, welcome. This is a virtual Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. stitching retreat. Pardon me. Got a dry spot. We hang out in here and talk all things machine stitching for the most part, scan and cut, quilting, embroidery, that type of thing, machine embroidery. So if you're looking for a floss tube, you're in the wrong spot, but you are welcome to stay. And we've got food. We've got a virtual kitchen, just like any quilting retreat. And usually there's a little gaggle in there hanging around the coffee pot. You guys that are in there, there's a thumbs up button on the wall. If you would be so kind, hit that. Good for the old algorithm. If you're brand new, please let us know in the chat. There is a sunshine committee. You'll get lots of virtual hugs and welcome. So all skill levels welcome here. So we've got a lot of beginners, but we've got some very experienced and savvy seasoned quilters as well. So good to see everybody. Good. Well, hello, Abby and Snoopy. You good? You being good, babies? Yes. Oh, my goodness. I hope you got some stitching done. I did. Not so much Saturday. Saturday was kind of an off day. Little bit Friday morning after y'all. We finished up here after I was stitching with y'all. And then Keith got a hair and said, let's go to the coast. And I said, okay. So we hopped in the truck and went down to Port O'Connor, Texas, just to check on the house. We hadn't been there in several weeks. It was just too cold and rainy. Thank you, Vicky. Vicky says my new design board is awesome. So we went down there, just checked on things. Everything was cool. No water leaks, no mold in the house. That's always my biggest fear at a coastal home. And then just turned around and came home on Saturday. Just wanted to kind of put eyes on the place, and it's all good. We had some really good friends that lived down there 1 block over from us, and they sold the house and moved. And so Keith was a little bored. He says, I don't have anybody to play with. Oh, man. So he checked on the batteries on the boat. Everything's fine. Everything's just fine. So that's a good thing. No large drama to handle at the other house. You know, that's always in the back of your mind. Okay. And then came home on Saturday, and I piddled around a lot in here on Saturday. I had things I needed to put away, some organizing to do, some decluttering to do, some things to go in the motorhome, some things to go down to the coast. Mold is a great fun. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Diane knows that. So Diane, Diane went through an earthquake this weekend. Yeah. So she is in Australia down on the coast. Her big fear was a tsunami. They said, don't worry, it shifted the other way. So she made it through fine, but it woke her up. She said it scared the bejingles out of her. You did some decluttering too, Betsy. That's wonderful. Baby steps. Yeah. You guys be very, very honest with yourself. If you've had something 10, 15 years, you know, Time to make room for some new pretty stuff, right? So, okay, so I just did, a little cleanup. And then yesterday is when I got my Sojo back and had some time to sit in here and get to it and whatnot. I did finish up, as you can see. So this is the Brightly Sampler quilt behind me. And this is from the book Family Favorites by Sherry and Chelsea. And this quilt is not, so I'm making the Brightly Sampler, which we will be back here. I will be back here at 9 a.m. this morning. What I do with the pattern book. 9 a.m. this morning. Okay. And we are making the quilt. I'm making the quilt. I keep saying we, like you're here with me. I just love you guys. We're just friends, right? So I'm making the quilt out of Strawberry Lemonade by Sherry and Chelsea. And the Brightly Sampler is this one right here. So we'll be back here at 9 for that one. That's made out of another fabric line, and I'm doing a block a month or block a week. We're on week 12 already. Can you guys believe that? We're on the other side of the hump. So week 12 on that. And this was the companion quilt. And this is made out of a line called Farmstead by Stacy East Shoe for Moda. Look at the cool cow in the middle there. So that's neat. Peggy says she's ready. She's sewing along with me. Good for you, girlfriend. So this weekend, I had to put together these 4 blocks. So this one block has 4 blocks that make it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 square and a squares make up the album Mosaic. Is that right? Mosaic square block. So I needed to sew these together. And then I had 2 more of these. Okay, the Happy Dance block. Now today we're sewing Fancy, which is this one right up here. This one. This is the easiest one, I think, of the bunch. So I did finish those other 2 Happy Dance blocks, and I did sew together all of the Mosaic squares. Now, and I want your input on this. Okay, I could donate to 4-H for another fundraiser. I could, Jean, I'd be happy to do that. I'm actually planning on hanging it in my chiropractor's office. She displays my quilts on her wall, and their patients just love it. And I'm in a rural farming area, ranching area. So I thought this would be awesome, come fall time. But yeah, you're absolutely right. I may do that. So now the blocks, the way they're set up are according to the way one of our members on you're caught up. Good, Wanda. Awesome. So the blocks, the way I sewed mine are not, well, the way they're laid out on this are the same as what Shirley Scott did in our Facebook group for the layout. Now, the only thing I'm stuck on, and I'm requesting your help. I'll move out of the way so you guys can see. Let me see if I can get you back far enough to see the whole thing. Oh, my laptop unplugged. I should be good. The battery's full. Yeah, just a little bit. For you guys to see are the colors. I'm not 100% on the colors. And so I just don't, I don't know. I guess it's got so much color variation in it and so much movement with I'm looking at it on the screen. It looks a lot different. But if you see something, either would a layer cake work for the quilt? No, ma'am. You'd need 2 of them, I think. I don't think you'd have enough. So the bonus quilt, she likes it, Patty says. Yeah, I like it too. So I think it'll be okay. But I mean, what I'm saying is, like, should I swap that block with this block? Okay, but I don't think so, because this is so dark and these are dark. And so I'm just trying to keep my blues apart from one another and the darks apart from one another. If anything, see, I've got that dark square up in the corner, and then that one is green over in that corner. So I don't know. But if you see it, the color, okay, Sharon says it's fine. If you see anything that you think would look better, please email me, powertoolswiththread@outlook.com. Or if you put it in the chat, or really a comment below, because I read those. I rarely go back and read the chat, but if you can put it in a comment below the video, that would be great. So, oh, I got all kinds of input on how to do a thumbs up on the TV. So lots and lots of updates on that. Okay. I've balanced out the lights and the darks. All right, you guys, I'm going to take you for your word at that. I like it. That was my only thing I wasn't sure of. That was my only thing. I hadn't balanced out the lights and the darks. It kind of works though, doesn't it? Because I just stuck those up there, but I'm happy with it. I think it's beautiful. I like it. So the only thing that, because if I was to switch those two bottom blocks, then I'd have a dark over in the corner to anchor the corner, whatever. See, you will make yourself crazy on that. You'll make yourself crazy. So I'm going to go ahead when I get finished here. I will take a photo of it with my phone and turn that black and white and look at the color values and make sure there is a good balance. And then after that, I'm going to be finished with it. All right. You guys are loving it. Awesome. Awesome. So yeah, I thought that would look beautiful hanging in a doctor's office. Don't you think? I love that. So there's a lot of stuff you can do with your quilts. I did a little embroidery yesterday and I had a major fail. One, I had it in the wrong orientation. It was a chicken. It's this adorable chicken. I know you'll drive yourself crazy, Jean. I got you. All right. So there we go. This is chicken. It says hello. Isn't she cute? This is an adorable design. And I thought, well, let me do that 6x10 on a little towel for my kitchen. I have chickens. My neighbors didn't collect the eggs while we were gone. I have 4 chickens. And I got back and I had 7 eggs. So that was cool. So I went to stitch this out on this towel. And I was using a piece of medium weight tearaway as a stabilizer. And my bobbin was really tight. So the bobbin thread broke several times up here in the sign where it starts. And so I was like, well, let me look. And so I ended up actually turning the screw on the bobbin, gosh, a good 3/4 of a full turn, which is weird. So I'm wondering if I dropped the bobbin case one time or something. And I don't know. I was on Spanky when I was doing that, my 10 needle. So I got the bobbin where it was flowing pretty good. Everything was fine. And then the registration, something happened. I don't know. I'm not sure what happened. Let me get you in here on the tail. Take a look. I think Spanky needs some love from Jason, my machine repair guy. See how that looks? That red on the outside is, so right here, see that red? It's not touching and it's got gaps in between it. That's not good. And it just didn't do its thing, right? And then this, the registration is off. Everything, and then there, the registration is off. So I'm not sure. And registration, if you're new to the world, let me just zoom in on my mouth. If you're new to the world of machine embroidery, registration is where an outline is supposed to hug up on the stitches that it surrounds. Okay. No, it's not bad digitizing, Diane. This is Designs by Juju. Absolutely not bad digitizing. It's probably bad hooping. Could have been bad hooping. I'm not sure. So I'm, and then I had lots of puckering that I was really unhappy with. So I think next time, and the back of it had some issues. So I just don't know. So I think next time I'm going to try it again because I've still got all those threads on the machine. I'm going to use 2 layers of tearaway, give it a little bit more stability. That may help. Okay. And I had some 505 on here. So time for the machine to go. It may be. Spanky hasn't had any love and Gosh, it's been years. Okay. So I'm going to just take a serger. Okay. I'm going to take my serger and just run a serge stitch with the knife and cut off the chicken part. Okay. The embroidered part. And my husband will have a new lint-free towel for the windows on the car, on the truck. See, it's good sized. That's a good sized towel. And then I can toss the rest. That way. Did I float it? I did. Yeah, I floated it, Joanne. That may have been the problem. Is that Joanne or Joan? Help me out, Joan T. So check the bottom again. I did change it with a new one. So you guys, test stitch out. There are those who test and those who wish they did. And it's the wrong orientation. I turned it incorrectly. Oops. It's fine. That happens to the best of us. It's not that big of a deal. Don't get all wound up about that. Okay. Let's talk about, God, we're only here 15 minutes going through stuff like crazy. All right, Joanne, thank you. Okay. Thank you, Joanne. I want to get it right. I don't want to call you because I have a friend of mine. It's spelled like that, and she goes by Joan. I'm having lunch today in a town called Seguin, which is up toward I-10, and with my friend Dana. She's the one whose husband passed in November, and I'm making her that t-shirt quilt. So, no hashtag power tools today, Christy. We only do that on Friday. We only do that. But I appreciate your enthusiasm. Yeah, that's good. Did I do my Lisa Shaw homework? Okay, Debbie. So what she's talking about, Lisa Shaw sent out some homework. So Lisa Shaw is an Embrilliance educator. And at the end of the month, I am going to be downtown San Antonio at a hotel doing some classes for Embrilliance. I'm very excited about that. I'm doing all of them. Even though I'm pretty savvy with essentials, then I'm going to learn. I know I'm going to learn something new from her because I watch her essential stuff and I'm like, oh, I didn't know that. And it's just amazing. Or she'll be teaching something on Enthusiast and she'll say, this is part of essentials. And I go, oh, who knew? So always learning. And how's the t-shirt going? It's not right now, Carol. Last week I got the fabric for it, or the week before. So I was going to work on it this week for sure. Yeah, I'm going to work on it this week. So, you get to see her this weekend in Puyallup. Every time. Oh, that town. Who named that town? Probably Native Americans. No wonder I can't say it. Okay. So, my Easter rooster. I don't know what I'm going to do the Easter chicken in. So anyway, the homework. So for the class, you have to come up with, because I'm in the Stitch Artist extra class she's doing. You have to do some homework of creating a design with a disaster that she can work on and figure out. Now, what I have done is I have a lot of Lori Holt's stitch cards, her little bitty hand cross stitched, right? I want to embroider those. And I've never figured out a way. And so I scanned in the stitch card into the scan and cut and got the image. And then I started digitizing the cross stitches on the stitch card. They're not meeting and they're not exact. And I don't know if it's too small to do it exactly like the picture or if it has to be a little bit larger. I don't care if it's a little bit larger. Create a disaster. I'm your gal. Yeah, Chris. Right? So anyway, I'm putting cross stitches on Lori Holt's. It's a little pumpkin. So I've only done like the outside frame of it, which is in green or something. And then the inside is different shades of orange with a little brown top. So I started that. I haven't worked on it in a couple weeks, but I need to get that. I have to do a test stitch on that. So then I have to send her the working file, which is the BE file. I got to send her the working file and an image of the test stitch. So that's something that needs done as well. So Puyallup Indians, Puyallup Indians. I'm going to get it. Puyallup. I think that's right. You grew up thereabouts. Good, Anne. Lisa's a fantastic instructor. I love learning. Love learning. I was sitting there last night watching Piece and Quilt. It's really early on the name. Yeah. DB or initials that ends with a B. Anyway, I was watching long arming videos last night. Now those long arming videos from hers, I look at her and there is no way on God's green earth I'm ever going to be able to do what she does. There's no way. From Piece and Quilt, Natalia Bonner, NB. Natalia Bonner. Okay. So she's a phenomenal long arm quilter. And she free motions and she uses rulers and she's just so good. Oh, speaking of which, tomorrow's Takeover Tuesday, and I'm going to be working on the King Quilter 2 Elite from Sewing Machines Plus. So check out their channel, you live stream junkies. That'll be tomorrow at noon Central. Say it pew like stinky. Puyallup. There we go. Okay. You've been watching Quilting with Harriet for Pro Stitcher. She just started her channel sailing. Okay, so yeah, people were telling me if you want to watch or you want to give a thumbs up. Okay, so if you're sitting in your recliner or the couch and you're watching, you can grab the TV remote, hit the channel up, give a thumbs up on that. A lady wrote an email and said or made a comment about how to give a thumbs up on a Roku device. And then another lady in our Facebook group, I think it was, I was looking up and Elon looked down and left. I'm not as smart as Elon Musk. A different part of my brain works than his. Oh my gosh. The chat is gone when you rewatch, Charlene. I know on a laptop and a desktop, up in the very top, it says show chat replay, and you can click that and it'll come up. So it's just about the device that you're on and the time that you're watching. Yeah. They've been launching every 2 days. They've been launching every 2 days. I find that fascinating, you guys. They're going to go up in about 4 weeks and go get those poor stranded astronauts. Oh my goodness. Still have another month to go. Anyway, yeah, I nerded out big time Thursday watching that. Big time. And then Friday was Bill Murray. And he was really good there too. So, alrighty, let's talk about quilting. So we've got the, there, I was wanting to stretch it out. We have a little time. Okay. Y'all, we don't get political on this channel at all. Okay. And remember the rule, can't say something nice. Whatever happened to that? Boy, I miss those days. Can't say something nice. Don't say anything at all. Right? So we just keep it neutral here, you guys. Okay. This is the February. So sampler box from the Fat Quarter Shop. All right. Cut to the good stuff, it says. And as always, on the back of that, there are coupons and codes. Now, if you are brand new to quilting and you're unfamiliar with the Fat Quarter Shop, that is a ginormous warehouse up in Kyle, Texas, and which is just north of me up I-35. They're not a storefront. They're only online and they sell things. Yeah, I'd like them to reduce the cussing too, but that's okay. I was in the military. I can filter that out. All right. So on this one, on the back of this, so what this is just a box of new and current things that are on the market or fixing to come out on the market. And you got to go exercise. Good for you. Take a lap for me. I returned my walking pad. It hurt my hips. All right, Vicki. So it's, box of goodies coming out on the market or recently on the market or been on the market, tried and true. And it's just a way for you to build your stash and give you something to do each month. Lots of fun. So in February, they announced the Prairie Home Sampler Sew-Along. Okay. And there's a code there, but I am doing the Prairie Home Sampler Sew-Along as well. And I've got a link to it below in the video. Okay. So I'm going to be doing that. And I am using a different fabric line than they are. I'm living on the edge. I need to move my mouse because I'm blaring out. Your most favorite ever, Kathy? This is fun. I love this. You can get 15% off Bee Plaids for Lori Holt by Riley Blake. So there's a coupon code in here for Bee Plaids. If you wanted to get a Bee Plaid, a bundle, because you're going to make a new Lori Holt quilt or something, there's your 15% off for that. And then in addition to the pattern that came in here, there is a layer cake lattice shortcut quilt. So usually this shortcut quilt, you can make it with what's in the box, maybe a little extra fabric. Okay. So there's that. And they give you a QR code to go get a scan for that. All right. So we have, for fabric this time, we have Bee Plaids. I think these are Bee Plaids. It's a mini 10-inch square bundle. Let's see. This is Peace and Plenty. My apologies. Peace and Plenty's. Oh, you found a new quilt store. Yay! Patty, you got to spend your money. You got to spread your money around. It's fine. That's all right. You got to help oh, nice. I love that. Okay. Texas Independence Day. Thank you. Yeah, that's cool. So here we are. Peace and Plenty. Lori put out a new line. So a little roll. I'm going to put this in my Lori Holt stash. And I love it. Oh, you know what? Okay. Now, it also came with, Olfa has come out with a new color for rotary cutters. Those of you that collect these things. Yes, people collect rotary cutters. I have one. I bought one. And it is in the color coral. So you get a brand new. This is a retail 30 bucks, 32 something. It says on here, $32.98. So brand new rotary cutter, the 45 millimeter. That's a nice one. All right. So this is $32. This is $20 right here. You've already paid for the box. Very cool. Okay. It has a new friction. This one came with a friction pen. Not my favorite. Okay. I'm a fan of the friction markers. I have found that the pens will ghost. These are not originally designed to, these are the kind that you can iron over them and they go away. Black usually comes off. If you use this and you find that it ghosts, meaning you iron it away and you see a little white mark of where it was, you can just, Allison says the markers goes too. I found the orange one does, so I don't use that one. But I use the fine liner, and you guys, I have not seen any kind of ghosting. You have a cutter collection? Oh, no, Candace. I love to collect rotary cutters. I got loads of them. So I find that this one ghosts a little bit more than the markers. If that happens, you can try just a wet paper towel and wipe it away. you can try just a little bit of soap and water and wipe it away. Okay. And it will come up with wash, soap and water. Okay. So we got that. And then we have a cheerful quilt pattern. This is pretty. And this is made with the fabric that came in the box. So you got a cheerful Peace and Plenty 10-inch stacker, 24 pieces, not 20, 24 pieces. And it gives you what you need on the back to complete this quilt. Very pretty. Very, very pretty. This finishes at 47 by 59. Very pretty. And you need 3 1/4 yards for backing. That's 42-inch off the bolt. Very nice. So if you don't want to make this quilt, that is where you can scan the QR code for this quilt right here. And all you need is a little background fabric, just not much. See the white in that one? Do I make all the quilts in the boxes? Good grief. No, I don't have time for that. No way. Shown in crib size. This is the Layer Cake Lattice Shortcut Quilt. So you could really use any layer cake you've got. The background shown is Bee Plaids and with Pebble. Binding shown is Peace and Plenty Berry. There it is. And there's a QR code underneath that little pink paper right there. Focus. Very nice. So if you need a baby quilt and you have a layer cake laying around, there you go. Awesome. All righty. And then there is a quilt of the month, or the block of the month that is going around in the Peaceful Baskets. And this is number 11, Birds in the Air basket. Okay, there you go. Put that together. So I was thinking about just using this, the base of this basket, as the basket for Esther the Easter chicken. Because I'm not going to paper piece that. I am going to do that thing. So this coming Embroidery Thursday, though, one of the homework pieces that Lisa Shaw gave us for the Embrilliance class, she says, everybody, first of all, if you are going to any of her classes for the San Antonio group, she sent out an email asking you what you want for lunch each day. You need to fill out that form. She's getting it from, what's the name of that? I never go there because I don't have one close. Not a Jason's Deli. Anyway, all different salads and sandwiches and that kind of thing. So be sure to look for that email. If you're going to the San Antonio class and you didn't get it, reach out to her, okay? Who doesn't have a layer cake laying around, Barbara? I know. I've got buckets of layer cakes. Buckets. Okay. This is going to my granddaughter. I like these kind for kids because when they let go of the handle, it hides the blade automatically. So these are my favorite. Bonnie says, done. Food first. It's not McAllister's. No. All right. Panera. That's what it is. She's ordering from Panera. Okay. So one of the things that people always tell her is we need name tags. And so she gave us some homework if we want to make an embroidered name tag and gave us a link to a free embroidered name tag. And that's what we're going to make this coming Thursday. So yeah, Debbie says Panera. So anyway, so that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to sacrifice one of my sew tights for the magnet inside, the metal piece inside of the name tag. Be just like my old military days wearing a name tag. The name tag is cute and it's free. So I'm going to link. I did do it. I've got a link below. So there's 10% off Embrilliance software through the 17th with a coupon code. So you guys can click on that if you want to make it with me. You can do this in the free Embrilliance Express if you want to play with that. I believe you can make it. So you can use the free software, but that'll give you an opportunity to play around with the fonts. Now, you can't import your own fonts, but you can use the BE fonts from Embrilliance. So, all right. We are just, so I'm going to be doing that. I'm just going to be doing that. Okay. I'm going to make that. And I was stuck on, and I'm going to do the applique one that is in the hoop project, not the 100% embroidered, because there's two different ones. And I was stuck on fabric. What am I going to do it with? And so I reached back to the line I'm working on right now, which is Strawberry Lemonade. And we'll talk about this more, but I went ahead and got one of the white fabrics out of the line that I had as a scrap from, let me roll up the quilt, show you. I love this line. It's so happy. I love it. So let me bring this up. Oh, before I do that, I also sewed together that stick pine tree. I sewed the base onto that. That's for the quilted snowman. That got done this weekend as well. Okay. So, all right. So let me roll this up. I love this. This is the classy American design wall, and your stuff just rolls up in there and it'll come back down and not have moved. It's amazing. All right. So here is the Brightly sampler. I got that up out of the way. Here is the Brightly sampler in the Strawberry Lemonade. This is the block a month we're making. I also, oh, did I show you guys that I finished the house block? This is for the 2024 Mystery Designer Block of the Month. Yeah, you guys, quilting only. We don't talk about politics or too many current events. I try to keep out of that, all right, you guys? We're not doing that. I'm just telling you guys, I was just thinking about somebody, how they stared when they thought. So, thank you. So, anyway, this is very cool, and I love it. It turned out just absolutely beautiful. And I'm almost getting to the point where I need to make sure I've got my cornerstones cut. We're on week 12 for this. So we're going to be finished in just a couple of weeks. It's not going to be too much long. We're going to finish in May. We're going to make that pink one right there. We're going to make that again. All right. So I'm looking forward to this. The pink and gray is a pretty combo. Oh, yep. All right, Betty Boop. So I'm going to get this all done. And anyway, so, oh, where was I going? My name tag. Right. So I used, where's the fabric I chose for it? Okay. Let me grab the fabric, because name tags are really important. And it won't be the last time I wear that name tag. I am certain. I'm going to be doing it. Oh, I got to tell you guys too. I had told y'all I was going to be in Longmont, Colorado, July 8th and 9th. They invited me up there. I'm going to be doing a snap-applique workshop. I'm going to show you guys how to snap-applique, and we're going to do it. It's going to be awesome. So if you are on their email lists, be sure to sign up for that. Okay. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to rock your world with teaching you how to take paper applique patterns and turn them into machine embroidery design. And you don't have to stitch around those things anymore. Okay. So, lady from Loveland, Colorado, just north of there, reached out to me, and she said, we want you to come to our quilt store. Okay. So there's a quilt store in Loveland, Colorado. I will be there on July 10th. So I'm going from, and we're staying in Fort Collins, which is north of that. So I'll be driving back and forth for 3 days, which is fine. So that'll be fine. I'm looking forward to that. So, if you are in the Loveland, Colorado area and you want to come by, they're going to send an email out with an announcement. They've got a media kit and all of that. Okay. So I'm going to be doing a lecture there, not just a meet and greet. So it's not a workshop at that particular store. So you won't be hands-on with guided instruction like you will the folks that I'm going to be doing in Loveland. I got that wrong. Longmont, Loveland, 2 syllables, both start with an L, both in Colorado, couple of stretch of highway from each other. Get them confused. Do I know which quilt store in Longmont? It's a Guild, Terry. I'm going to be at the Guild there. So I'm their guest. Yeah. First time posting. Why do I choose blanket stitch versus satin stitch on an applique? Hi, Creative Chaos. I generally try to follow the designer of the pattern. So if the designer wants it to be a blanket stitch, that's what I do. Okay. I prefer it. If you have satin stitch, which is very pretty in certain instances, if you have satin stitch, you've got room for puckering, okay? Because the satin stitch can cause a pucker with the tug of the zigzag. Then you need to put like some SF101. If it's a quilt, you need to put some SF101 on the back side of your background fabric. That's going to change the hand of your quilt, whereas a blanket stitch does not do that. So there's a lot of different reasons I prefer the blanket stitch over. Now, if it's a wall hanging, I've got a candy hearts with, you know, the conversation hearts, the love, that pattern from, oh, what's her name? I hate pulling up names first thing in the morning. She's got a real cute little pattern. And I did that. And I put the satin stitch around it. It was beautiful, but it was a thick wall hanging, and it's okay. It's meant to hang and be stiff, and it was fine. So I hope that answers your question. Yeah, so I will be in Loveland, Colorado at the quilt store, and I'll just be doing a lecture. I have no idea if they're going to charge for the lecture or not to get in. That's completely up to them. It might be free. I don't know. So, okay. Pam says, if you were doing an applique by hand, you wouldn't be doing a satin stitch. That's for sure, right? Yeah. Okay, so my name tag, let me get back to that. I'm going to use this as the background of my name tag. I think that's very pretty. Okay. Names fall off your shelf all the time. I love that, Cassie. Her name is Lisa. Yeah. I've been watching her for years and years and years. So this background fabric has aqua, pink, orange, lime, and red in it. Okay. So this is going to be the back of my name tag. Okay. So this is going to be the back fabric. And what I did was this is how I did this, because I'm not good with color selection. That's just not my thing. Okay. I sat here thinking about it, and my brain just was like, I don't know what color. I wouldn't know. I mean, I'd go to black and white and just leave it at that and have it be boring, right? So what I did was I selected the colors that are inside of this fabric as the colors of my embroidery. And you're going to see that. All right. So hello, or my name is on the name tag, which goes right across the top, is going to be in this orange, which matches the orange in here. So that's going to be the words, my name is, and that's in a pretty script. Okay. So that's going to be that. This is how I do this. I cheat. Just cheat. It's fine. There is a dashed line underneath my name is. Okay. And that's going to be, I'll show you guys this tomorrow if I can. That's going to be in the lime green. All right. So Becky is going to be in the pretty aqua. So it's going to be in this color. These are thread colors that I'm using. So it'll be in Becky in the pretty dark aqua. Okay. And then the surrounding outside marrow edge, sort of, is going to be the matching red, which will look great with the back. Okay. So this will be the outside. And that's how I chose the thread colors for my name tag. And this took me a good hour and a half. So I know I'm picking out fabrics by myself, but I had to pick out thread colors for a design. And you want to talk about coming to a full stop. Those of you that have that gift to be able to do these things, it's just amazing. And I admire that skill in y'all so much. I do not have it. So I love the colors too, Debbie. So that's why I sat there thinking, well, I don't know what color to make my name tag. And you guys, that's what freezes us up, right? You'd still be trying to choose them, Bernadette. I know. So I said, well, I love the colors in Strawberry Lemonade. So let me pull out my scrap basket from Strawberry Lemonade and go digging. And that's what I decided to do. So I have the patterns. Her patterns are all totally different. So it's a skill that can be taught. No quit. Variegated thread for my name. Katie, I can't do that. No. My thread weight will be the 40 weight. That's what I've got. Yeah. So reminds you of the New Mexico fabric. I know. I like these bright colors. I'm a fan. Definitely a fan. Yeah. All right. So I wanted to find that and share that with you. It's a, let me see. Embrilliance, free name tag. Let's see what comes up with Mr. Google. There it is. That's how you do it. So let me show it to you. I have a link to it below the video so you guys can see. Let me present, share screen. So there's two different kinds. All right. So here it is. This is a free name tag. So you can do one like this. This is the applique. And you can do it with the marrow edge like that. Or you can do it like this, and then you can pink the edge if you want. Or you can stitch it. This has a solid background fill. Okay. That's going to need some serious fabric underneath. I would use twill under it. Okay. So that it doesn't do its thing and bump and whatnot. And then there's step-by-step in the hoop. So here you go. And it tells you how to do it. And if you're going to do this one that I'm working on, see that I'm going to steal one of my sew tights. That's what I'm going to do. But if you're going to do this, hold on a second. You need to be sure to go into your preferences on jumps and overlaps and uncheck remove overlaps when saving stitch files. Turn this off, remove hidden stitches. Otherwise, it will get rid of your underlay and you don't, for the holding on the top of the fabric. Okay. And then she tells you how to do the thread only badge. Okay. So that's cool. And then right here, here's where you download the free name badge embroidery designs and you get the BE files. Those are the working files. Very cool. So who doesn't need a new name tag, right? We all go places. And then I'm going to wear that name tag everywhere I go. Like when I go to the guilds and stuff. And you guys are going to come up and go, yes, you use wash away so the edge is clean. That's absolutely right, Wendy. Yep. There aren't any small letters in that one. Yep. So we're going to do that this coming Thursday. Okay. You need a new tag. Yeah, that'll be fun. See, it was free. That's another thing. I'm not doing those classes. There's so much free stuff out there. Oh my goodness. So much free stuff out there. Well, you guys, this is about it. I don't have anything else. Don't forget, 9 a.m., you live feed junkies. Let's make them for April. Okay, Quilting with Harriet. That's a great idea. So you guys that are coming to the workshops in April, how fun. Yeah. That's the workshop in Indiana I will be teaching. Okay. We're going to do some snap-applique. Yeah. She sent in her little email yesterday. She said, everyone always says we need name tags. So she sent you, so if you're going to one of her classes coming up this year, here's a perfect opportunity we can walk through it together. All right. You had tags for every event. I know. Yeah, you got to. I love having tags. So, am I working on the t-shirt quilt this week? Yes, Ginger, I am. Matter of fact, I know my friend's going to ask me today at lunch. She's going to say, how's that going? She doesn't bug me on it. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and go. I've got to put the dishes away. That's what I do after I get finished with you guys. Get another cup of coffee, have some breakfast, and come back here at 9 a.m. Central. And we are going to stitch the, you're going to be here on Thursday. Well, good. Oh, you're going to be in that class on Thursday, Deborah. Good. So you can make a name tag too. So now you have a little homework if you're going to join us to make name tags on Thursday. What background fabric are you going to use? What backing fabric, if you're going to do that? I would recommend, I might even use some patch twill in, no, I can't. I guess I could use a little bit of patch twill inside of that. I have some patch twill from Dime. I'm going to chew on this. I think I'm going to make a test and work that out and see how it goes. Okay. It did go by fast. I know. All right, Ginger, you're going to be lurking. Awesome. I will talk to you guys in about an hour or so. Thank you so much for spending your time with me. If you are off for the day and going to go live your life, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Love you guys. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe if you would like to hang out more often. And go sew something. Bye.